Hey Capricorn, I'm Chris. Welcome to your March horoscope. So quick to start off with, no private readings this month, but you can help donate to the channel and keep it running. That link will be below for the PayPal, as well as Instagram, stuff like that, and the deck I'm going to use are in the description. Capricorn, so meditating on you guys. There's some energy, I think, overall. What I was getting was there's a sort of need for rest. There's a sort of need to, like, have fun. There's a sort of need to find humor, to find, like, a sort of happiness, to find a sense of peace. Forgive my French. I know some people don't like you on this channel when I cuss. But my energy for you guys this month has kind of been like a fuck it. You're done. Maybe you're angry at some people right now, Capricorn. Maybe you're angry at some situations right now. I kept getting this question in my head. What if I don't want to be strong right now? Capricorn, you may be a little tired. Maybe a little tired of having to be strong. Maybe you're tired of having to work so hard. Center of the reading, guys, we have the Four of Cups. Contemplation. Right? Wanting to take a step back from things. This is life. This is y'all. Needing a little bit of a break. Needing a little bit of a timeout. The other thing that came into my mind when I was preparing for this was goats just want to have fun. There's a humor here. There's a search for humor. There's a search for lightness, I think, right now. There's a search for fuck off, everybody. But with this here, there's a necessary rest. There's a necessary sense of planning, of thinking, of figuring out where we are and what comes next. Wanting to feel loved. What about me? That was another thing I wrote here. What about me, Capricorn? What about you? Right? In our ideals, we have the first quarter or the last quarter moon. Being ready to release a lot. But still being in like an in-between place. Still being in a place where there's these things that are maybe being put on you that you have to kind of hustle through day-to-day life and take care of, but wanting to just take a step back. Here with this, we're moving towards a new moon, which is right around when I'm recording this. I think there's going to be a new moon in Pisces, I want to say tomorrow. Looking for that opportunity to let go, looking at an opportunity to release, to take a step back, to figure out what you want, to figure out who you are, to figure out what you need. And what you need right now, Capricorn, I think is emotional fulfillment. And I think part of that might be coming out of you in aggressive ways. Whether you're acting out towards people or just feeling it, there's an overwhelming sense here of discontent with how people have been with you, with how certain situations have been playing out for you. Well, this is nice to see. I haven't seen this card in any of the readings this month. In the past, we have the Three of Swords in reverse. So encouraging. Heartbreak moving away from us, right? Loss and grief moving away. But also, Capricorn, I think that there's something that's sticking here, right? With this coming up in the past upright, I would have said, you're moving away from all this pain. You're moving away from hurt. Coming up this way, Capricorn, though, I think there's a part of it that is sticking to you. A sense of being without, a sense of not having what you need. That you maybe want to let go. And it feels hard for you guys to let go of it. it feels hard to not just let go of the person or the situation, what happened, but let go of what it brought up in you, right? The ways it triggered certain parts of you, insecurities, fears. And I think Capricorn, in a way, there's almost a desire to like it, right? Almost like a desire to want to be mad. Next, we have the Sun. So recently feeling some, like, in all of this, glimmers of happiness, glimmers of fun, glimmers of satisfaction. So while there's almost like this duality here, Capricorn, of hurt and pain and sadness that's internalized, but then also like this drive for happiness, this drive to be successful. Now, I think what this is also saying is that there is, as much as I said it was sticking to you, I think that there is something that's just naturally falling away. So even if you are still in your feelings about something, even if something is hurting you, even if something is like bothering you, bugging you, moving away from it. Like, I think what this is saying is time will do that. These cards in this deck are cards of timing. And do you see what I mean? It's like you're halfway there. You're halfway there. Looking towards what's next. As much as I think maybe some of the anger feels good, I think that there's also like, I think what you're doing is processing and doing that, right? It's like the angry equivalent of crying. Like letting some stuff out. Ten of Pentacles. Focusing on your hustle. A lot of effort, I think, lately, Capricorn. A lot of energy put into work. And that's why I think part of my sense here and part of why the Four of Cups is coming up central here is that there's been a lot of work done. There's been a lot of energy done, put into things. I think that you've been doing what you can to just move forward, right? In spite of what's been going on internally. And I think now in March you can take a little bit of a step back from that, right? I think with Pisces season and then Mercury going retrograde in Pisces, it's a month to just sort of chill. This is coming up in the past, Capricorn. It's not the focus of the energy for you right now. I think when you take a step back, because the Four of Cups is a card of contemplation. It's a card of stepping back, right? And when you do that step back, it becomes clearer where you're going. It's almost like taking a vacation where you come back reinvigorated and having a better sense of what's going on and what your goals are and what you have to work towards. See what I mean here? In the turning point, Capricorn, Judgment. Anticipating renewal. Knowing that your life has changed. Right? And that gives some context to all this. You know that what was once cannot be again. You know that in some way you are fundamentally different than you used to be. And you're ready for it. I think by the end of the month, guys, we'll see where these cards go. But I think by the end of the month, when we get into Aries season, it's time to embrace newness. The reinvigoration comes back. Your goals become clearer. You're motivated again for yourself. What's happening right now, Capricorn, is finding purpose. Shoot. I just dropped all my cards. Ay, ay, ay. What was that all about? I've never done that in a reading before. Capricorn, I think you just don't want to bother right now. But it's about finding purpose. And I think it's like you finding your own purpose. You defining it for yourself. I mean, continue watching this video to the end. But in a way, like you... Normally I joke with Capricorn because like I love how you guys often very much feel like no one can do what you do, right? I've gotten into arguments with Capricorn about, oh, well, I would love to let other people take care of things, but no one can do it. I'm like, yeah, Capricorn, okay. But I think that's the energy this month. I'm like on your page, I was like, you know, Capricorn, you right. Do you, boo, you right. No one can do what you do. Going forward, we have the Page of Swords in reverse. So again, not really taking action, not really communicating much. Perfect Mercury retrograde energy here, right? But to me, the Page of Swords is always about like the first steps. And I think the first steps that you're taking right now, Capricorn, are internal. There's like an internal shifting that's happening. I think some of you, especially with air sign energies, might either come into conflict or have been in conflict. I think Capricorn, there's a potential for your words to be a little sharp. And so in a way, it's almost better to not speak that much, to kind of keep things to yourself. A little bit of this month, if you have nothing nice to say nothing at all. Because there's something bigger. There's something so much greater. That's going to make this as big of a deal as it was. As big as a deal as you might still feel like it is. Be less important. We're rising above it. Into something new. Fresh starts. Now, I also think that this month, a little bit, Capricorn, you're not really going to get, when I'm looking at this card, not really going to get what you want from other people. And that's why I think, again, this like internal moment is super important. Communications are screwy. It might be hard for you to articulate what you desire. It might be hard for you to communicate well with other people. I think anything that you do this month, Capricorn, should just be kind of going with the gut, feeling it, letting your instincts guide you. Now, I don't know if this is because I dropped the deck, but there's a lot of reverses coming out now. 8 of Wands in reverse. Again, doubly things not moving. Communication not happening, speech being stunted. I think Capricorn, there's a lot of frustration here with these two cards. There's a lot of like anger. You guys remind me a little bit of Aries, where like sometimes all your complicated emotions get expressed as anger, frustration, disappointment. Capricorn, I think this month is a good one to watch movies, to hang out with your friends, to do really like lighthearted things. Because again, this energy is stuck. The universe right now is not conducive to you making big strides, to you making big moves. Capricorn, our last card of the reading, the Hermit. Thank you for validating everything I've been saying, my beautiful cards. Seriously, here we have the Hermit. So what do we do with this energy? We go within. We rest. Look at all these cards here now. I'll show you in a moment. Of like reflection, of inward thinking, of inward attention. Let me show you the whole spread here. Actually, let's look at the bottom of the deck real quick. Again, more reversals. So reversals often can be blockages, but it's also about things internalized. So Temperance in reverse. This is like the not healing thing I was talking about. This is like right now maybe a little bit of an inability to release. And Capricorn, it's okay. I want to say, be mad. Sit in your feelings. Be frustrated. Because I think what happens is that when you sit in that, when the energies lighten up a little bit, then like you know what you have to do. You know where you have to go. So a lot of happiness in the past to think about what you've been doing. A lot of hope, a lot of optimism. Even in spite of maybe some pain. But this is where I want to focus here. Especially these two. Hermit and Judgment. Right in the middle here. Contemplation, thought. Allowing like the struggle to pass itself. Does that make sense? Like the idea that this too shall pass. The idea that there's nothing that you need to do right now. I'm not saying be complacent. I'm not saying being lazy, but nurture the inner self. Take a lot of alone time. Lash out a little bit. Honestly, Capricorn, if you have to lash out a little bit, lash out a little bit. Don't be like destructive or self-destructive, but hey, if somebody needs to, you know, be told, and let them be told. And then here, rounding up the reading, your outcome for the month is the full moon. So, going into April, especially like I said, towards the end of the month, into Aries season, Capricorn, finding your drive, finding your purpose, finding yourself. Being connected to the self. Feeling stronger, more situated in the self. Now, super powerful, super aware, super able to make whatever you want to happen, happen. Towards the end of the month, right? We have that full moon in Libra. So give it time. If you want to literally wait for the full moon, wait for the full moon. Give yourself that time. Give yourself at least the next 2.5 weeks of just taking a back seat, of not expecting that much right now, of just giving to yourself. Ultimately, Capricorn, what is here is change. What's here is a reboot, a fresh start, newness. But the emphasis right now in March is the release. The emphasis in March is the feelings of it, even if it's a little uncomfortable. Because doesn't that look worth it? Let me see if I can get the hologram to shine. So you can see, there you go, a little bit. The lighting is weird, but hey, isn't that like magical, Capricorn? All right, guys. I love you so much. You have the best month ever. I'll talk to you soon. Just keep your head up. I don't think I need to tell you that. Again, like emotions, let yourself have them. Don't let other people tell you that you shouldn't be feeling the way you do, or, you know, acting the way you're acting, or, you know, needing the things you need. Because this dude knows what he's about. And this dude knows exactly what he needs. And that's where we're going, Cap. Love you guys so much. Have a great month. I'll talk to you soon.